at 11, Wisconsin authorities have asked a state court to revoke the conditional release of Morgan Geyser after she escaped from a group home in Madison over the weekend. Geyser nearly killed her 6th grade classmate back in 2014 in the Slenderman stabbing attack. A Waukesha County Circuit Court judge agreed today to seal the petition filed by the Department of Corrections seeking to revoke Geyser's conditional release, meaning a Waukesha County judge had approved releasing Geyser from a state mental institution earlier this year to live in this group home she was at in Madison. However, Saturday night, Geyser cut off her GPS monitoring bracelet, left that home with a 43-year-old companion before being found by police outside Chicago Sunday night. Geyser did not fight her extradition to Wisconsin at yesterday's court appearance.